Hello, my name is Jason Lowry.
And I'm Mark Toady.
And this is the Parkland Podcast.
Boom!
It's the Parkland Podcast with Jason and Mark. It's the Parkland Podcast with Jason and Mark. They got plenty to say. They got plenty of heart. On the Parkland Podcast with Jason and Mark. It's the Parkland Podcast. Yeah, the Parkland Podcast. It's the Parkland Podcast. Yeah, the Parkland Podcast with Jason and Mark. Jason and Mark.
Episode 58. We're getting close to 60.
I passed 60 a long time ago, so that's another story for another time.
That is. Again, we always appreciate all of the nice things everybody says about us when we go places, and always appreciate the downloads, the likes, the subscriptions. Our TikToks have been blowing up lately. Like
Nice.
We're getting like 800 plays a day on our birthday TikToks.
Is that good?
That's good. Yes.
I'm not a TikTok aficionado. I don't know a lot about it.
Yeah, it's doing well. And again, we appreciate everybody doing that. Appreciate you interacting with us on those places as well, letting us know about birthdays, anything else like that too. We'd love to hear from you. Coming up on episode 58, we are going to visit with John Hughes. He is a Farmington graduate, and he has a very unique business.
And we're going to let him explain to it how he's met a niche in the area, and not just in the area, but the entire Midwest. And he is good friends with Stuart Sago, whose sister Natalie was our guest on the podcast a couple of weeks ago. Stuart saw the interview we did with Natalie, and he goes, "Are you looking for more guests?" And we said, "Always." And he suggested Mr. Hughes, and we're going to hear more with him.
Yeah, so looking forward to that. Also, Paul Williams. I mean, we got big celebrity. We got John Hughes and Paul Williams in, but this is Paul Williams with Big River, Chautauqua, longtime educator in the North County School District. And I think the Chautauqua theme this year, very interesting because Steve Jobs is one of the presenters. And, you know, when you think about these kind of events, you think about, you know, Mark Twain and Abraham Lincoln. So this will be
Old
different.
historical.
Yeah, this will be different to have somebody modern, I guess.
Yeah.
So we'll find out about that with Paul whenever he joins us. And again, of course, news, events, and so much more. Want to thank our sponsors, Parkland Pharmacy, Discover Farmington, Heimberger Construction, the St. Francis County Fair, and Hearing Care Partners, all sponsoring our broadcast. Be watching this week on our Facebook page. That's where we'll do a couple of ticket giveaways. We have tickets to Babblin' About Broadway, Summer Lovin'. That's going to be happening this coming weekend. And our friend Tanya Thomas with the production, so nice.
Who will be performing, too.
Yeah. She'll be in a lot of different numbers. Gave us some tickets to give away. So we're going to give those away. Watch the Facebook page this week. Also, St. Francis County Fair tickets. Some passes will be given away on the Facebook page this week as well. So be watching for that. And we'll check events coming up here in just a little bit, brought to you by Discover Farmington, to tell you about all the cool stuff happening around this summer. What'd you do this week, Mark Toady?
Well, I had a big fish fry on Thursday, and I absolutely loved it. That was the highlight of my entire week. Great fish, bluegill, but we also had like all the stuff that goes with
Yeah,
the
but say
fish
what
fry.
sides did you have?
Oh man, there was the tomatoes and the cucumbers and all these different kinds of salad mixes, French fries. We had hush puppies, all the good stuff you'd expect from a fish fry.
Are you a tartar sauce or a ketchuper or what
No.
do you?
No, the only thing I'm kind of weird with this. One thing I'd like to put on my fish every now and then is ranch dressing.
Okay, well that's not too odd.
No, or cheese.
Okay, fish and cheese. I'm a ketchup on my fish guy. I know I'm still a child, but and I mean I'll even do like fish sticks in the air fryer and flop them on a bun with some ketchup, and I think it's great. But yeah, fish fries are amazing, so that's awesome. I am, as we sit here and record, one show into High School Musical, the musical.
Nice.
And so the first show went great. It was sold out. I know Tickets are getting scarce for the other 3 performances. By the time this airs, I guess the last show will have taken place. But been a great time. Been great hanging out with the wife all summer. She's the director of the show. She kind of made me do it. But it's been so much fun. Lucy's one of the prop people backstage, so she's helping me out. Yeah. Oh, she loves it. She of the 3 kids, she definitely has the theater bug. So she's real excited about that, and good to see people coming out supporting the arts. And I don't know, it's fun. I made a couple of Leadington McDonald's jokes because I got to go out before the show started and give almost like a monologue.
Nice.
You know, like tell people not to, turn off your cell phones and where the bathrooms were and stuff like that. So I got to do a Leadington McDonald's. Have you been to the new Leadington McDonald's yet?
I have not been there. I know they had the grand opening.
Yeah. And I think our buddy Dr. Joe Gilgore was one of the first people in. So next time we have him on.
That does not surprise me at all.
Oh, yeah. Well, you think about it, though. I mean, that McDonald's is, if they partner with Mac, that's going to be a good boon for both, I think.
Yeah, that'll work out well.
Oh.
But, as much as I really respect Dr. Joe Gilgore, he's still a Kansas City Royals fan.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So nobody's perfect.
Nope. Yeah, I guess that's true. All right.
Sorry, Joe.
Trivia questions. You like to ask trivia questions about different things?
We do, but before that, I want to
that.
give a shout out.
Oh, yes. Shout
to
out.
my neighbors.
Okay.
Christian and Becca and their kids, Ursa and Bear, and their dog, Watson, who loves me to death. Every time he sees me, the dog weighs about 25, 30 pounds, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
He will run right at me and jump up, and I'm supposed to catch him, and then he wants me to hold him. Great dog. I feed him. That probably has something to do with it.
That's the guy with the food.
But they are wonderful neighbors. I wanted to give them a shout-out. Becca says she likes to listen to our podcast while she's in the kitchen cooking, and she gave me a little jar of salsa this morning before we went to broadcast, so I'm excited about that. But you guys are awesome neighbors. Wanted to say, give you a shout out and say how y'all are doing. Hope you're doing great. And Jake from Subway, good morning, Subway girls, gave us these Happy Gilmore cups.
Oh, yeah.
There's a shooter on there. There's a Happy and a couple of other characters from the movie, but I've been told that you really need to get by and pick up your cups soon.
Yeah. Oh, and Oscar. Okay, so we got some new characters.
Anyway, I want to say thanks to Jake and Mike for
absolutely
for doing that as well. But trivia.
Okay, trivia. Here we go.
All kinds of good trivia.
All kinds.
I was also listening to some music from The Who, my favorite group of all time, and they played Pinball Wizard.
Yes.
Now, in the movie Pinball Wizard, the Pinball Wizard is played by...
the guy that does the song and comes in with the big legs, that would be Elton John.
Elton John.
Yes.
But what I want to know is who is the famous actress that played the role of Tommy's mother in the movie?
Tommy's mother? A famous actress?
Famous
actress.
My brother Tom will know this one.
Was it Tina Turner?
Nope, she was the Acid Queen.
She was the Acid Queen. I'm sorry.
She was the Acid Queen.
Yeah.
And Margaret.
Oh, okay.
And Margaret played the role of Tommy's mother.
Okay.
All right, are you ready for a little other music? And this is what my brother might know as well, and you might know this.
Okay.
The great Chuck Berry, St. Louis's own Chuck
DJ'd my wedding, yeah.
Only had one #1 hit in his career. What was it? Now, this is a good trivia question.
So that means it, I'm going to say it's Run, Run, Rudolph.
No, it was not Run, Run, Rudolph, or as I almost said, 1-1 Rudolph.
1-1 Rudolph. I won't What was it?
It was My Ding-a-Ling.
My Ding-a-Ling. I want you to play.
You might be playing with your own ding-a-ling.
Oh, my. I remember singing that song on the back of a school bus. And
I remember when that song came out, and my dear, lovely mother says, if you ever bring that record home, I will break it into 100 pieces. She was not a happy person.
She knew what that song meant.
All right. We're coming into the month of August. Missouri was admitted to the Union in August 10th of 1821.
Mm-hmm.
What number state were we?
Oh, man. Came in with Maine, I want to say. Maine and Missouri came in at the same time on the Missouri Compromise. We are state number 28.
You were close. Number 24.
24. Okay.
24.
Dang it.
And last but not least, going back to music,
Yes.
this world famous rapper was actually born in Missouri
This world famous
in
rapper.
1972.
Oh, in 72. Okay, that'll
Yeah.
change it around then.
Yeah, I didn't want you to think it's not Nelly. I'm not.
Yeah, it's not Cornell. Golly. 1972, famous rapper, born in Missouri.
Very famous.
Very famous rapper.
Almost could call this rapper a household name.
A household name?
Everybody knows.
Snoop Dogg?
Not Snoop Dogg.
Let's
I think
say.
he was a Detroit guy.
Yeah.
Eminem.
Eminem was born in Missouri
He
in
was
72?
born in St. Joe, Missouri
Really?
in 1972.
Wow. I did not know that. Yeah, he's pretty famous and pretty good at rapping.
So there you go.
I mean, he's no Uncle Sam, but you know.
What's his name? Was it real name was like Walters or something?
Marshall Mathers.
Marshall Mathers, yeah.
Marshall Mathers.
I remember thinking of Leave It to Beaver, but
Yeah.
that was Jerry Mathers.
Right, yeah. And I'm sure he made some of those jokes. I had a student whose name was Marshall Masters, and his email was like Master MC, because like they used his last name and then like his first two initials. I always thought that was a cool rap name. He also left early one day and walked out of Unitech. Wasn't good. Anyways, probably got that poor kid. No, that kid's grown up now. He's probably doing just fine. Anyways, there you go. Any totally awesome radio stories? Any fun things that happened like during radio contests? I don't know.
Radio contests.
Did you ever? And you didn't have this problem at J98 because people were listening 24/7. But have you ever had or seen it happen where people would say, "Hey, caller number such and such wins this prize," and nobody calls? You ever had that happen to you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And but we knew, like, our sales department would give us these, and I'm not going to name anything specific because I don't want to be critical, but they'd give us these dog items, and it's like, I would either say, like, okay, we'll take caller number 12, and then there'd be nobody calling for like 3 songs. And then somebody would call, and I'd say, hey, you're caller number 12.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Way to go.
Then you get on the air and say, boy, we had such a great response to this this event. Thank you so much.
That was always a fun thing to do when that would happen. And yeah, you're right. There would be some, and the people would be so excited about these prizes, like our salespeople, but the listeners, they could see through it. And then you'd go to remote, and they'd give you CDs to give away, and it was never the good ones.
Oh,
it
no.
was always the promotional ones that were sent to the station, and people would complain about that a lot, wouldn't they?
I'd also remember during Bids for Bargains trying to sell porta potty rentals. That didn't go over very well. And then somebody else wanted us to auction off a pet body leash.
Body leash.
We got absolutely no bids on it.
Now the porta potties, though, like if you're planning an event, that'd be a way to save some money.
I thought it was a load of... Oh, never mind.
There you go. Another totally awesome radio story. Meet me at the county fair, the 151st annual St. Francis County Fair, happening July 31st through August 2nd. Mark Tody, the fair is always a good time. It's the perfect mix of entertainment and a way to showcase the hard work of the great farmers in our community.
And the youth, especially the youth. Live music, livestock shows, fair food favorites, rides, truck pulls, monster trucks, craft and vendor booths, and so much more. And oh yeah, a guy named Chris Cagle putting on what should be a great concert.
Oh, yeah, he's got a lot of great hits. The chicks dig him, and you will too. And that is included in your St. Francis County Fair gate admission. Plus, you also have Bigfoot's 50th anniversary, the monster trucks coming to town, and those rides will be set up. In fact, they're going Wednesday through Saturday, and you can get those all-you-can-ride armbands for 4 hours of fun for just $20 in advance, $25 at the gate. So much happening at the 151st Annual St. Francis County Fair.
It's easy to find right off Highway 67. Bring your whole family and have fun, whether it's the monster trucks or the concerts or the rides or just the food or just want to check out the livestock exhibits. You won't be bored, and it's a great way to spend the evening or the whole week.
Check them out on Facebook, St. Francis County Fair, or find them online. Meet me at the County Fair, the St. Francis County Fair, July 31st through August 2nd.
And thank you to Discover Farmington for all the hard work they did in helping put it together.
Let's talk pharmacy. Parkland Pharmacy. They are at parklandrx.com. Small town pharmacy at their finest. They are so organized. They have so many great services. They're more than just a place to get your prescriptions, Mark Tody.
Absolutely. I got to give a shout out to Julie Berghaus. She called me the other day and she goes, "What's that stuff that you like so much?" I said, "The Emergency." And she goes, "Yeah." She goes, "I'm going to order some of that. You want me to get you some?" I said, "Absolutely." And she didn't have to do that, but that's the kind of great one-on-one customer service that they offer. They get to know their customers, what they like and who they are, and they will go the extra mile for them. So I love everything about that pharmacy, and that is why they are my hometown pharmacy.
Got to use two fingers if you want to scroll up or down.
I'm looking at their Facebook page while you were doing that.
ParklandRx.com is the website. Their delivery is fantastic, and all the special services they offer as well is really what makes them second to none. Check out Parkland Pharmacy today, the official pharmacy of the Parkland Podcast. Let's do news now on the Parkland Podcast.
Summer heat, the big story as we work our way through another week. High temperatures this week expected to top out throughout the week in the mid to upper 90s. Be listening to the podcast to be in contact with your local city and county officials as to where you can go to cool off as temperatures soar into the 90s and heat indexes get into the 100s.
A St. Genevieve County woman and former Farmington teacher now facing a federal child pornography charge. 36-year-old Erica Morton pled not guilty in the case and has since resigned from her position at the Truman Learning Center. Morton remains in federal custody.
The St. Francis County Commissioners have voted to eliminate 14 positions. Presiding Commissioner Harold Gallagher says the positions were all vacant and most had never been filled. The commission also stated that they are open to bringing the positions back if the need does arise.
The Bonne Terre Super 8 Hotel is in trouble. At a special Bonne Terre City Council meeting this month, the owner of the hotel was told by the council that he had until August 11th to make improvements to the facility or face losing his business license. The attorney for the hotel owner said his client is trying to sell the 40-room hotel, and losing the license would delay any long-term improvements.
And a shout out to our good friend Jake Whitener, who has been named the new assistant principal for Farmington Middle School. Jake is leaving 19 years of coaching behind him to take on his new position.
Congratulations, Jake, and we're going to definitely miss you at Parkland Sports Live. That is your news here on the Parkland Podcast. Hearing Care Partners, their website is hearingcarepartners.com. They are the official ear sponsor of the Parkland Podcast. I guess we could sponsor out each body part, right?
Why not? Let's start with the ears.
Start with the ears, yeah.
Work our way around.
Dr. Milton does such a great job. The staff are so experienced, and they're always keeping up to date with the newest technology.
And they get so involved in the community. If there's something going on from a trivia game to a benefit dinner or anything in between, you'll see a group from Hearing Care Partners there, or you will see their name on the sponsored by list. They just really care about the community, and yes, they do fantastic work in keeping you up to date with the latest in hearing technology.
Award-winning, the service, the expertise, everything at your disposal when it comes to your ears. They listen so you can hear at Hearing Care Partners in Farmington and online at hearingcarepartners.com. Want to take some time on the Parkland podcast and tell you about Hughes Funeral Alternatives. This was founded by Farmington graduate John Hughes, and he is offering a new process called aquamation, which is an alternative to cremation. And Mark, with his website, his facility, he can explain that process and tell you all about it.
Yes, he can definitely give you some great details on it, but basically what he wants you to know is they use water instead of fire. There's no harsh heat or fire to deal with. This is 95% better for the environment, and there's 20% more ash returned to you. Owned and operated by a graduate of Farmington High School. You can check them out online, and they have a wonderful website, by the way, HughesFA.com. But really, when it comes to the time where you've got decisions to make and help your loved ones through a really tough time, it's best to get all that worked out in advance. And that's where Hughes Funeral and Aquamation Center can come in for you. They'll sit down, they'll talk with you, they'll explain what they do, how they do it, and why it is good for you.
Mark's right. If you can get this stuff done ahead of time, it always makes a trying time easier with pre-arrangements. And again, you can talk to John personally about this and check out their website today.
Deal with people you know. John's a 2005 graduate of Farmington High School. His first job in the area was working for Taylor Funeral Services back in the day. So he has a long history in this business, so he knows what you need and he knows how to provide that service for you.
HughesFuneralAlternatives.com. Check them out online today. Let's check your events. They are presented by Discover Farmington. More than you ever imagined. DiscoverFarmingtonMo.com allows you to find out more about entertainment, dining, outdoor activities, wineries, and more.
Farmington, Missouri, your destination for a perfect weekend getaway. Dine in at one of our quality restaurants or visit one of our surrounding wineries. Farmington offers a variety of parks and other recreational leisure time activities. See some sights, have some fun, and go wherever your heart takes you. Sounds like a lot of fun, so get a room and stay a while. All this and more awaits you just 60 miles south of St. Louis. Discover Farmington today.
Big River Chautauqua is this week, July 24th, 25th, and 26th at the Bonne Terre Auditorium. Program at 6, a presenter at 7. Steve Jobs, Marie Curie, and Albert Einstein will all be there.
See the movie E.T. in Long Park in Farmington. That is happening at dusk on July the 24th.
The Mineral Area Soccer Club Youth Clinic, grades 1 through 6, July 25th and 26th from 9 to 11 at England Park. $50 per camper. Register online with the City of Farmington.
Babblin' 'Bout Broadway presents Summer Lovin', happening at Long Hall, 7 o'clock, July 25th, 26th, and 27th. Keep watching the podcast to find out how you can win free tickets.
Fame and Fortune performs July 25th at 7 at Deloge City Park.
The Memorial United Methodist Church in Farmington hosting a kids' summer day camp, July 28th through August the 1st. That's open to kids in grades kindergarten through 6th.
Baby Boomers coming up August 1st and 2nd, hits of the 70s.
Tickets still remain $15 each. Call the Civic Center box office 756-0900 to get your tickets. Meet me at this county fair, the 151st St. Francis County Fair, July 31st through August the 2nd. Big events, the Chris Cagle concert, monster trucks, the Good Old Boys truck pool, carnival rides Wednesday through Saturday. Get those advanced armbands. Discover Farmington presenting a pie baking contest and celebrities raising money for Help the Hungry to get a pie in the face. So much happening at this year's St. Francis County Fair.
Got a couple of blood drives I want to tell folks about. Wednesday, July 30th at the American Legion Hall in Farmington. Thursday, August 7th at the First Baptist Church in Farmington, and then August 13th at the Elks Lodge on KREI Boulevard.
The 10th Annual Gospel Music Get-Together happening at the First State Community Center in Farmington, August 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th.
Big downtown block party in Farmington, August 8th. Damian Cabrera will perform.
You can also see Shannon Cox on August 8th. He'll be at Deloge City Park performing at 7 o'clock.
The Farmington Regional Chamber of Commerce Golf Tournament is coming up in mid-August. You can call the Chamber office to get your team registered.
And don't forget, mark the calendar right now. Blues, Brews, and Barbecue, downtown Farmington, September 19th and 20th. And those are your events. They're presented by Discover Farmington, more than you ever imagined. Find out about those local events. Even book a wedding or day trip today at discoverfarmingtonmo.com. Let's talk pharmacy. Parkland Pharmacy. They are at parklandrx.com. Small town pharmacy at their finest. They are so organized. They have so many great services. They're more than just a place to get your prescriptions, Mark Tody.
Absolutely. I got to give a shout out to Julie Berghaus. She called me the other day and she goes, "What's that stuff that you like so much?" I said, "The Emergency." And she goes, "Yeah." She goes, "I'm going to order some of that. You want me to get you some?" I said, "Absolutely." And
Yeah.
she didn't have to do that, but that's the kind of great one-on-one customer service that they offer. They get to know their customers, what they like and who they are, and they will go the extra mile for them. So I love everything about that pharmacy, and that is why they are my hometown pharmacy.
Got to use two fingers if you want to scroll up or down.
I'm looking at their Facebook page while you were doing that.
ParklandRx.com is the website. Their delivery is fantastic, and all the special services they offer as well is really what makes them second to none. Check out Parkland Pharmacy today, the official pharmacy of the Parkland Podcast. Let's talk about people celebrating birthdays this week. The birthday segment on the Parkland Podcast. Let us know about your birthdays. Shoot us a message on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, email, whatever's easiest for you. Happy belated birthday from TikTok follower Miss Tess22.
All right, Miss Tess.
Miss Tess had a birthday on July 16th. Happy birthday to her. What do you have for Monday, July 21st?
Well, I also have a belated birthday before we get to that. Jordan Lawson celebrating a birthday. Jordan Bloom Lawson. She works for the St. Francis County Health Center. And I interviewed her a couple of times a year for several years. She's wonderful. She's married to Sam. And Jordan,
I know Sam.
Yeah, he was a pretty good football player
He
back in the
was.
day. But happy birthday, happy belated birthday to you, Jordan. I hope you are doing fantastic. Happy birthday wishes going out to Ryan Bresnahan, second son of my best friend in the whole world, Vince Bresnahan. Ryan, happy birthday to you. Lives in the Kansas City area. Very good martial artist.
Oh, cool.
Has competed professionally. So happy birthday wishes going out to you. Elizabeth Curitan, one of the, 3,000 Curitans that are in Madison County.
You're right,
happy
yeah.
birthday to
Yeah.
you. And happy birthday to our good buddy, Frank Kirchmer.
Frank the Tank.
Yeah, broadcasting sports legend,
Whew, he's
especially
done a
in
lot.
St. Genevieve.
Well,
Really
he gets
super
fiery,
good guy.
too. He gets very, very fiery about
Yes, he
things.
does. But I've gotten along well with him for over 30 years now. So, Frank, happy birthday wishes to you, buddy. Hope you're doing great.
Happy birthday to Ashley Clifford, celebrating a birthday on Monday. Hope it's a great day for you. And then a very, very special happy birthday to a young lady, Brenda Willard. Brenda lives in Bonne Terre. The kids all love you. The grandkids love you. The great-grandkids love you. Hope you're doing awesome. And, again, hanging out with Fred and Brenda Willard when I was a teenager was always super-duper cool. How about Tuesday, July 22nd? This is all on you.
Tuesday, happy birthday wishes to Sharon Sherrill. I know your kids go to St. Joe Catholic School, but Sharon has been a teacher at St. Paul Lutheran School for over 50 years. 50 years. And the
Wow.
education gene doesn't fall too far because her son Andy is the principal at the high school.
Right.
So, Miss Sharon, you are an educational legend.
No doubt.
And all in all, just a fantastic human being. So happy
great.
birthday to you. Happy birthday to Pam Brooks. Her daughter has been our guest on the podcast, Heather Garner.
Oh,
So
yeah.
happy birthday to
Heather's
you,
mom.
Pam. And we talk about Pam indirectly every week on the podcast because she helps to organize the big meal at the Methodist Church.
Oh, yeah.
On Wednesdays. Michael Horn, happy birthday to you, part of the musical Horn family.
Makes sense.
Hope you are doing great. Leona Harper, happy birthday to you, Leona. Hope you're doing great. And my good buddy, Pat Gegg, celebrates a birthday. Pat and I were on the same bowling team for a couple of years, and he got the nickname of Pat the Wonder Bowler. And it wasn't because he was a wonderful bowler.
Oh.
He's the only guy I know who could bowl 2 strikes and still have a score of 20 after 3 frames.
Huh.
Lots of gutter
Lots of
balls
gutters.
mixed in. Yeah. But he was a heck of a good guy. Has his own store now in the Kaufman area. Thought I'd give him a
Oh,
little
cool.
plug.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can
yeah.
stop by and say hi to Pat and ask him about his bowling education.
Oh, man, I wish you'd open a bowling alley. That'd be great.
Yeah, well, we could use another one.
All right, so are we up to Wednesday now?
Yeah.
Wednesday, July 23rd?
Yes. Speaking of broadcasting legends, I guess we could call him that. Dick Womack
We could.
celebrating
Call him a lot of things.
birthday. We could call Dick a lot of things, but we'll go with broadcasting
Yes,
legend.
absolutely.
Happy birthday to you, Dick. I hope you are doing well. That's from Donna and your kids, all your kids and all your family. Happy birthday wishes going out to Denise Winship Mayer. I went to school with Denise, and she has aged a whole lot better than I have. So happy birthday to you. Ashley Sissom, happy birthday wishes to you. That's from David and your kids and all of your family. And Andrea Ritter. She lives in the Kansas City area, but she's a graduate of Farmington High School and got to know her when she worked at Spokes Pub and Grill back in the day. Went to a concert together. Went to see Bad Company and David Lee Roth.
Ooh, is that the concert you went to where he started
Bad
dogging
mouthing,
on Sammy Hagar?
Yeah, and it didn't work out well for him.
Yeah, no doubt.
But you know what? I still say hi to Andrea every now and then. She's got a little boy who's not so little now. I think he's like 16. Happy birthday to you, Andrea. Hope you're doing well.
Happy birthday to Mark Farrell. Mark, a Bonterre legend. Hope you're doing good, sir. Eric Robbins celebrating a birthday on Wednesday. Happy birthday, Eric. And Regina Long, a Deloge legend, celebrating a birthday on Wednesday as well. What about Thursday, July 24th?
Thursday, Carolyn Keevan celebrates a birthday. I've known Carolyn, or Caroline, I guess I should say, Caroline Keevan, since she was a little baby, and now she's married and about to have a kiddo of her own. Happy birthday to you, Caroline, from your mom and dad, your sister, and your husband, and all your family. Katie Holtz, a teacher at St. Paul Lutheran School. Happy birthday to you, young lady. Hope you're doing great. And one of the coolest people to interview that I've ever interviewed, Linda Huck, celebrates a birthday today, or a Thursday. Happy birthday to you, longtime band instructor.
Oh, yeah.
She came up through with Kurt Bauke and then took over when Kurt retired.
Right.
Until she retired, now she takes care of her grandbabies.
Yeah.
So happy birthday, Linda.
I think she does a few lessons on the side, too, just to
Probably.
keep the chops up, Happy birthday Thursday to Jennifer Maloney, Farmington Animal Hospital. They do such a great job. That's where we take our animals, and the staff there is great, and Jennifer's awesome. Happy birthday to you. David Ward used to work for Froggy 96 for many, many years. He stuck it out, man, and he did a lot of games over the years, and one time I watched him basically snap a press box window in half in front of John Bacon, and it was very amusing watching both of their reactions.
Don't mess with Dave Ward.
No, absolutely. Dave is a great guy, and he does a great job. And happy birthday, buddy. Hope it's a great day for you. Nicole Larimore celebrating a birthday on Thursday. Happy birthday to Nicole. Here's another broadcast legend, Ann DeBold.
Oh, yeah.
Ann Ward. Happy birthday to Ann.
The bold and the beautiful.
The bold and the beautiful. That's how we always said her name on her birthday. And worked the local media circuit and was a fixture in the office at KFMO B104 for a long time. And she worked at J98 too, right?
That's
I know.
it. For
She
about
was
5 or 10 years.
Yeah, she was in that club, her and I, and like Carla Lira and a few others that were. Gib Collins worked both places, Kelly Valley. So we got to talk shop about both places. And Megan Dixon from Mineral Area College. Megan used to do a lot of interviews with Missouri Baptist back in the day. And now is at the college, does a great job there. Happy birthday, Megan. Friday, July 25th, who you got?
Friday, one of my 3 favorite sister-in-laws celebrates a birthday, Terry Toady. Happy birthday
Terry, what a
to
great
you,
radio
Terry.
name, Terry
Oh, my
Toady.
gosh. My brother was they met in college.
Yeah?
My brother was a college football player. Terry was a cheerleader. You know their kids are all going to turn out beautiful and handsome and
Right.
athletic, and they sure did.
Yeah.
Happy birthday wishes. That's why I never got married and have kids, because my brothers all raised the bar way too high for me. So happy birthday to you, Terry. Love you. Hope you are doing great. My good buddy Steve Thomas celebrates a birthday Friday. Steve hosted the fish fry that I was at this past week. Steve's one of the most respected guys you will ever get to meet if you are lucky enough to meet him. Goes to St. Paul Lutheran Church. Happy birthday to you. Andrea Eaton, happy birthday to you from your husband Jim and your kids and your family.
The kids still have Miss Eaton bucks somewhere in their stuff.
Bada beam, bada boom.
Miss Eaton bucks, I remember those.
And Paul Bimbauer, got to say happy birthday to him, longtime pastor at the Presbyterian Church and a fixture for a bunch of years with the Help the Hungry bake sale and whatnot. Great guy. Paul, happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to Amy Cooper. Went to high school with Amy, and she's done a lot of good journalism over the years. And Megan Whitehead celebrated a birthday on Friday, too. Happy birthday to Megan. What about Saturday, July 26th?
Saturday, just a couple of birthdays to pass along to you. Crystal Hudson, happy birthday wishes to you, young lady. Hope you are doing great. That's a birthday wish from your husband and all your family. And my buddy Bill Cox, he lives in the Branson area now. I went to high school with Bill. He was a really, really good state-level type wrestler in high school. Eureka High School had a pretty good wrestling team back in the mid-'70s, and Bill and another guy named Jim Brookshire were 2 real good reasons why. Bill, happy birthday to you, buddy.
Happy birthday to Casey Richardson. You can get some Casey's cooking. That bacon, the candied bacon is unbelievable with the chocolate. I never thought I would like chocolate-covered bacon until
it's
Casey
lovely.
handed it to me and said, here, eat this. And you should eat anything he hands to you and tells you to do that too. Happy birthday, Casey. He's I think he's got like a place in Deloge now. He's like parked under this overhang on State Street, and he's slinging food every night. TJ Cagle celebrating a birthday on Saturday. Happy birthday, TJ. Tammy King with a birthday on Saturday. Happy birthday, Tammy. Neil Schrum. Happy birthday, Neil. And a former student of mine, Madison Bermia, celebrating a birthday on Saturday. Happy birthday, Maddie. Hope life is good for you. And finally, we wrap up the week as we always do with Sunday, July 27th.
Sunday. Michael Capias celebrating a birthday. Great kid. Got a wonderful radio voice. Michael, happy birthday wishes to you. Your dad has been somebody we've interviewed a lot over the years. I hope you have a fantastic day. Dwayne Rosner celebrated. Boy, if that guy cooks you something, you better eat it.
Oh my gosh. I would love for him to, and I'm going to say the obvious that everybody's going to say, open up an all-you-can-eat buffet with chicken again.
Oh, especially the fried chicken. Oh, my gosh.
Man,
That
if he
stuff
did
was
that, we got to get
legendary.
him on the podcast right away.
And Jason Welker celebrates
Yeah.
a birthday. Former guest on the podcast just a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Stop by the Big Door Coffee House, grab yourself a cup of coffee and maybe some pound cake, and say hi to some really, really good people.
The Mark Toady pound cake, right?
The blueberry one is for
Yeah.
sure. It's now mine.
Yeah. So happy birthday to Michael and to Dwayne. Also, Darren Brown, another guy I went to high school with, celebrating a birthday on Sunday. Happy birthday, Darren. Hope you have a great day. So there you go. Those are your birthdays for the week of July 21st.
Farmington, Missouri, your destination for a perfect weekend getaway. Dine in at one of our quality restaurants or visit one of our surrounding wineries. Farmington offers a variety of parks and other recreational leisure time activities. See some sights, have some fun, and go wherever your heart takes you. Sounds like a lot of fun, so get a room and stay a while. All this and more awaits you just 60 miles south of St. Louis. Discover Farmington today.
Construction, HeimbergerConstruction.com, 431-4387. Heimberger Construction has done some amazing work in not just the Parkland, but the region.
Yeah, they're all over the Midwest. They do high quality work using the best materials, and best of all, you've got Jennifer Heimberger, who kind of headlines things and gears everything up. She'll sit with you. She'll find out what your plans are, what your wants are, what you're building toward, and she will get you the right products, the right building. So if you're adding on, if you're making a new addition, Heimberger Construction, they're the folks you want to see.
And they sell Butler buildings because they are the best metal building system on the market and the only building that has the pre-punched roof system and standard 360-degree roof seam for their standing seam roof. HeimbergerConstruction.com has all the examples locally of the great work that they have done, and the list just keeps growing and growing. If you need construction work done, you need to contact Heimberger Construction today since 1978. Again, learn more at HeimbergerConstruction.com. Let's talk about the Big River Chautauqua. This year's theme is Brilliant Minds, and we have one of the most brilliant minds of Bonne Terre joining us here to tell us about the Big River Chautauqua again, Mr. Paul Williams.
Good morning.
See you. How are you?
I'm well. Thank you for having me.
No problem. Thank you. How long have you been involved with Big River Chautauqua?
Big River Chautauqua has been in business. This is our 31st year, started in 1995. And we've had 31, but we haven't had 31 Chautauquas. There was 2 years, if you all remember, 2020 and 2021,
yes,
that we did not have a Chautauqua. So while this is our 31st year, it's actually our 29th Chautauqua. And we started in 1995 and have been continuously, except for those 2 years, doing it ever since.
What's the whole idea behind Chautauqua?
Well, Chautauqua was an event started back in the 20s and 30s in the United States, and it was a way for people from that era to go to small towns, rural America, and talk about topics of what was going on. It might be Williams Jennings Bryan coming to talk to people. These were the days, obviously, before television. So it was a way of communicating mostly with the rural areas. Bonne Terre did have some Chautauquas. Then with the advent, of course, of radio and then television, Chautauquas went out of style until the late 1980s, early 1990s, when several of the states thought that they would bring the Chautauqua back as sort of a retro look at past history of the United States. And they brought those back, and Missouri was one of them. And they sent out a flyer to all the press release to all the newspapers in Missouri, and came across the desk of Sherry Grimminger and Joe Layton at the Daily Journal. And Sherry Grimminger read the press release and handed it to Joe Layton and said, "What do you think about this?" And Joe Layton said, "I think we can do this." And at the time, for that one time, the very first time, the state of Missouri, the Missouri Humanities Council, if you provided them with X amount of dollars, They brought a tent to town, and they brought 5 scholars to town. And they would come, and our responsibility was providing a site and providing enough people. They suggested 50 people to put the tent up. And we did that, and we had 5 nights, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday night in 1995, and it was such a success that we decided to keep going. And Missouri Humanities Council has not been involved since. We've all done it locally. We've done it through the generosity of individuals and businesses in the community that have helped us through the years, and we're self-sustaining, and we like to think of ourselves as the longest running Chautauqua west of Big River.
West of the Big River.
West of the Big River. In fact, I think we may be the longest continuously running Chautauqua still going.
Wow.
There are other Chautauquas, but
Right.
I'm not so sure since 1995.
Wow. 50 people to raise the tent. Now you no longer need the tent, right?
Oh, I tell you, about 3 or 4 years ago, you got to remember the tent being outside. We were at the whims of the weather. Mm-hmm. It could be 105 degrees. It could be rainy and stormy. And it was, even though the tent was put up by a local company, Best Rental, putting up the stage and the chairs and the sound system and the lighting system, it was getting to be a problem. Our group that puts this together is a aging group, and it was getting harder on us. And finally, somebody about 3 years ago looked around behind us, and 100 yards behind us sits Bonne Terre City Hall. And Bonne Terre City Hall has an auditorium that is used periodically by the citizens of Bonne Terre. Was used as a auditorium when I went to high school there. And we decided we're going to give that a try. It had an existing sound system, and it had an existing air conditioning system.
That was the best part.
That's the best part. So now people can park in exactly the same spot. They can go next door to the nutrition center and have a nice meal, come next door to the City Hall auditorium, sit in air-conditioned comfort, and be entertained by first the Chautauqua Singers, and then wait for our program. It starts at 7 o'clock, and learn something. It's a very educational program.
Who will the people that are being portrayed be this year?
Oh, this year we have a very interesting group of 3 people. It's always 3 people. It's always a Thursday, Friday, Saturday night. This year we have 3. The overall theme is brilliant minds. And we tried to pick somebody that would fit that category, brilliant minds. And we think we've come up with 3 very good people. The first one on Thursday night is Steve Jobs, who probably everybody, I don't have my iPhone with me, but
Yeah.
everybody has an iPhone with
Mark and
them,
I do,
or
we're
a
iPhone people.
Mac sitting on their desk at home, something like that. And he, of course, is associated with Apple Computer. Friday night we have Marie Curie, Nobel Peace, not Peace Prize, Nobel winner in, I think, physics, for work with radium. And on Saturday night, we're going to be visited by Albert Einstein.
So when you put these themes together, there's a lot of factors that go in. I would assume, number one, can you find a professor, I guess a historical reenactor per se, that does the characters you're looking for?
Right. That's actually the difficult part. I mean, it's fine to say we want to do Albert Einstein. The problem is you have to go out and find somebody out in the Chautauqua world out there that portrays Albert Einstein. And I'm telling you, there's not too many that do. We happen to have found somebody who has been here before. Larry Bounds is his name. He's an excellent Chautauqua performer. And we knew ahead of time that Albert Einstein, I think we've got him locked up. The problem was finding the other 2. We were fortunate to see Steve Jobs, and then both of those people recommended the lady that does Marie Curie, because we wanted somebody sort of across different time periods, different eras in history.
So is this just a lecture type presentation, or will there be questions and answers? How does the
Yeah.
program work?
Well, I'm glad you asked that. What happens is they will be introduced at 7 o'clock, and they will give about a 30 to 40 minute presentation, a talk about themselves, their life, what they've done, their growing up, all that kind of stuff, as if they are that person. And then at the end of that, they will take questions as that person. For example, Albert Einstein will answer questions about as if he's Albert Einstein, and you can ask him anything about Albert Einstein, and he'll know the answer. He's very good. And then at the end of that, about 5 to 10 minute session, they go out of character, and he'll answer questions as Larry Bounds about Albert Einstein or about any of the characters that he portrays.
Have you ever seen any of these people get stumped on questions?
I have not.
Really?
No.
They have an answer for everything?
They have an answer for everything.
Wow.
The only thing that you have to watch out for is if you're Steve Jobs answering question, Steve Jobs answers as Steve Jobs. So you can't ask Steve Jobs, well, what was it that you died from, Steve Jobs? What?
I'm still alive. I'm very much alive. I'm right here.
Steve Jobs does not realize that he passed away. Now, later in the program, the person that plays Steve Jobs, he'll answer any of those questions.
What the amount of research these presenters, I guess you could call them, the Chautauqua performers, go through has to be incredible.
Yes, they are extremely well prepared. Most of them are teachers, some drama teachers, some history teachers. They immerse themselves in these characters. And a lot of these people, for example, Albert Einstein, he plays about 5 different characters. Not in the same year, but he has that repertoire of those different characters, and he can pull those out in any one year and so forth. Next year, I believe he's at different places. He's going to be portraying Ben Franklin as a founding father, and I'm sure he'd make an excellent Ben Franklin.
So, Paul, have you been involved with Chautauqua, Big River Chautauqua since the beginning?
I have.
All right. This might be like asking me to pick your favorite child.
Oh,
but
boy.
Do you have a favorite personality that's been represented at Chautauqua that really sticks out with you over the years?
Well, I'd have to say the person we have, Albert Einstein, Larry Bounds is an excellent person. We've had a lady by the name of Karen Varanch has been there several times. Some of you will remember her as Julia Child. She was excellent. But I'd have to say the one that is most memorable, and I'm going to look at my booklet to find the date of that one. That was
By the way, these booklets will be available
to everybody.
when you go to Chautauqua.
They have, and has all of our past history. And I would have to say that the most interesting one for me, Paul Williams, was 2014, and our theme was Big River at War. And one of our characters was a local person, Kevin Colton. And Kevin Colton came to us a year ahead of time and said, I've researched this character, Sam Hildebrand,
Yes.
and I'd like you to see if you could work that into Chautauqua. So actually, we worked Chautauqua around him in that era, Big River at War. And Sam Hildebrand, that evening, we had the largest crowd, about 400 people, under the big tent. And I learned more. You know, I'm from this area, and I've always heard about Sam Hildebrand, good and bad.
Right.
Always heard about that. But I learned more about Sam Hildebrand that night than I ever thought possible. It was an outstanding evening, and I think everybody that left there was loved it.
I don't know if this kid is pulling my leg, but I have a Hildebrecht in school this past year. They said their family are direct descendants of Hildebrand, and after I guess he was arrested or whatever, they changed their name as
Oh.
not to associate.
Didn't
with
know
him.
that. Very
So,
possible.
Yeah, I don't know. And again, sometimes high school kids pull teachers' legs. I mean, it's happened for years and years. But I thought that was very interesting. He was so notorious that maybe caused somebody to change their name around him.
It's very possible.
So going back to 1995, your very first Chautauqua, William Jennings Bryant and Andrew Carnegie, did you have the idea after 1995 that this is something that has some staying power? Or did you think, well, if it's one and done, at least we had a good one?
No, we thought after the 5 nights and the reception by all the people that attended, very well. It was a great reception by everybody. We thought, I think we can do this again, and we did. And the second year went very well, and we thought this is something we can do. And again, I would point out, as people will see when they get our booklet, the list of all the different sponsors, both businesses and individuals, that donate money so that we can put this together.
Yes, especially First State Community Bank, super sponsors, along with the city of Bonne Terre and the family of Joe and
Marietta Layton, yes.
Layton.
Yeah. A particular big thank you to the city of Bonne Terre, who makes their auditorium and all their sound equipment, lighting equipment, all that available to us. And I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but it's air
It's
conditioned.
air conditioning.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
I don't know. You can look at it from two different points. You think, boy, after 30 years, it's tough to think of historic characters, but really, in a way, you're just at the tip of the iceberg of people who could come in if you can find someone that matches up.
Yes, yeah. Well, what usually happens is after the program is over, we sit back, and around in October, our group, which is about 20 people, we sit down and throw out ideas, whether it's themes or whether it's characters that have been here before that we really like. What new character do they portray? Can we fit that into a theme? And we put together several things. We end up calling those people, are you available on such and such a date?
Right.
And then we either have a theme and try to match characters, or we have characters and try to match a theme. That's what we sort of did this year. We sort of knew the characters, and then, okay, what are we going to call this? And, obviously Brilliant Minds fits these three very well.
And looking at, in the program, you have a picture of Larry Bounds. And Larry, looks like just an average white dude with white hair. And then in the corner is the picture of him as Albert Einstein. And it's just amazing how he's able just kind of slicking back the hair and popping on a mustache. He's Einstein.
When he walks out on stage, you'll think, oh man,
Yeah.
that's Albert Einstein.
He's here.
And everything. Yeah, he's very good. He's been Winston Churchill for us. He did an outstanding performance as Houdini.
Wow.
Yeah, he got out of a straight jacket and chains, and it was actually rather amazing.
So you have the meal that's sponsored by the Bonne Terre Nutrition Center. That's kind of a fundraiser for them, right?
It's a fundraiser. It costs money, but it's very reasonable. It's at the Nutrition Center, which is the access is behind City Hall in the usual parking area. That's at 4:30, and they'll be serving meals from 4:30 till 6 o'clock. Hopefully you'll come and have a meal, and then just walk out the door and walk next door into the auditorium, have a seat, be entertained by the Chautauqua Singers from 6 to about 6:45. There'll be a short break, and then at 7 o'clock, Steve Jobs will be introduced, and he will educate you for about an hour.
Wow. Very, very neat. Great program. Also, too, anytime I'm in that building, I go try to find my locker from 7th grade, see if it's still there.
Probably has your name on it.
Probably
yes.
well, it probably has something else scratched into it. No, but again, food starting at 4:30, pre-show at 6, program at 7. What's the admission charge for Big River Chautauqua?
The same as it has been for the last 30 years, $0. The only thing that's charged for is if you choose to go eat at the Nutrition Center, they will charge a very reasonable fee. the actual Chautauqua Singers and the program is absolutely free.
If a business owner wants to get involved with the sponsorship, obviously they're too late for this year, but they're like, wow, this sounds really neat. I'd like to get involved in that next year. How do they get in touch with
They can see me down at the program if they attend the program, or we're available at P.O. Box 105
Is
in
there
Bonne Terre.
a website or Facebook page or anything?
We
like
have a Facebook page, Big River Chautauqua, and we have a website, bigriverchautauqua.com. We're more than happy to talk to anybody about sponsorship, or if you need directions to the place, or and if you're a Facebook person, which I'm not, but a lot of people are, we'll have, if you look up Big River Chautauqua, you'll find this program in there that'll give you the times and the dates and everything about it and who the characters are.
And I guess if somebody would have a suggestion for you of like, I'd really like to see this person portrayed.
Love to hear it.
Yeah, or maybe
Yeah.
somebody else has another local person.
Yeah,
That's got to be the most interesting, I think.
Yeah, love to hear them. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. What else is keeping you busy besides Big River Chautauquaing these days?
Oh, mowing my grass.
yeah?
out there.
Been mowing a lot this year?
Yeah. It's been growing. Unfortunately, my yard's been growing like weeds because it mostly is weeds.
I
but,
understand.
Yeah, but it is growing. I used to be the caretaker of Heritage Hall, but as you know, a year ago, Heritage Hall has been sold to the city of Bonne Terre, and now they are the caretakers and everything. So that's been taken off my plate.
Yeah.
So
So
I'm
what got put on your plate when that got taken?
I'm just trying to age gracefully
Oh,
these
okay.
days.
You're doing
Yeah.
a fine job of that,
Yeah.
by the way.
You still get together with some of your old teacher friends?
Occasionally,
Yeah.
not often. Try to keep in touch with. I see Bill Martin all the time,
Right.
And I try to keep in touch with the fellow that was across the hall from me, Jeff Lotes. Try
Right.
to keep up with him. He lives down in Southwest Missouri now, but I try to keep up with him.
What are the, like, when you see Jeff Lotes, what are some of the stories that come to mind? Maybe because I'm assuming you were kind of more like a mentor to him. He's not to say that you're old, but he's a little younger than you.
He is a little younger. and,
How'd that relationship go?
It went very well. Jeff was a outstanding teacher and just a extremely nice fellow. He also happened to have rented an office space for me in a building that I owned in Bonne Terre one time. So we have a lot of, and lived up in my neck of the woods up the end of Church Street in Bonne Terre. So we have a lot of interconnecting things that go on with us, and he's always a lot of fun to talk with and catch up with.
Absolutely. And you probably tell a few Ron Whittier stories when you're together too, right?
We do. Miss Ron.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. He's a good guy. Absolutely. Paul, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for always watching the podcast too. I always appreciate that as
Always
well.
watch it. It's on my Monday list, although I'll have to say that sometimes it's Tuesday or Wednesday before I
We'll take
before I
it.
watch it. But I catch up on all the goings on in St. Francis County. I appreciate that you all doing that and keeping us up to date. Thank you, and thanks for having me this morning.
All right, appreciate it. Paul Williams joining us. Big River Chautauqua, July 24th, 25th, and 26th. All happening in the beautiful air-conditioned Bonne Terre Auditorium there at City Hall. Food every evening starts at 4:30 at the Bonne Terre Senior Center. Program at 6, presenters at 7. And you can find out more information on Facebook. Big River Chautauqua, telling you all about it on the Parkland Podcast. Want to take some time on the Parkland Podcast and tell you about Hughes Funeral Alternatives. This was founded by Farmington graduate John Hughes, and he is offering a new process called aquamation, which is an alternative to cremation. And Mark, with his website, his facility, he can explain that process and tell you all about it.
Yes, he can definitely give you some great details on it, but basically what he wants you to know is they use water instead of fire. There's no harsh heat or fire to deal with. This is 95% better for the environment, and there's 20% more ash returned to you. Owned and operated by a graduate of Farmington High School. You can check them out online, and they have a wonderful website, by the way, HughesFA.com. But really, when it comes to the time where you've got decisions to make and help your loved ones through a really tough time, it's best to get all that worked out in advance. And that's where Hughes Funeral and Aquamation Center can come in for you. They'll sit down, they'll talk with you, they'll explain what they do, how they do it, and why it is good for you.
Mark's right. If you can get this stuff done ahead of time, it always makes a trying time easier with pre-arrangements. And again, you can talk to John personally about this and check out their website today.
Deal with people you know. John's a 2005 graduate of Farmington High School. His first job in the area was working for Taylor Funeral Services back in the day. So he has a long history in this business, so he knows what you need and he knows how to provide that service for you.
Hughes Funeral Alternatives.com. Check them out online today. Meet me at the county fair, the 151st annual St. Francis County Fair, happening July 31st through August 2nd. And Mark Tody, the fair is always a good time. It's the perfect mix of entertainment and a way to showcase the hard work of the great farmers in our community.
And the youth, especially the youth. Live music, livestock shows, fair food favorites, rides, truck pulls, monster trucks, craft and vendor booths, and so much more. And oh yeah, a guy named Chris Cagle putting on what should be a great concert.
Oh yeah, he's got a lot of great hits. The chicks dig him, and you will too. And that is included in your St. Francis County Fair gate admission. Plus you also have Bigfoot's 50th anniversary, the monster trucks coming to town. And those rides will be set up. In fact, they're going Wednesday through Saturday. And you can get those all-you-can-ride armbands for 4 hours of fun for just $20 in advance, $25 at the gate. So much happening at the 151st Annual St. Francis County Fair.
It's easy to find right off Highway 67. Bring your whole family and have fun, whether it's the monster trucks or the concerts or the rides, or just the food, or just want to check out the livestock exhibits. You won't be bored, and it's a great way to spend the evening or the whole week.
Check them out on Facebook, St. Francis County Fair, or find them online. Meet me at the county fair, the St. Francis County Fair, July 31st through August 2nd.
And thank you to Discover Farmington for all the hard work they did in helping put it together.
Hi, I'm Dr. Karen Melton with Hearing Care Partners. Hearing loss doesn't just affect your ears, it impacts conversations, relationships, and daily life. Do you catch yourself nodding along but missing the words? Are you straining to hear in crowded spaces? Don't ignore these signs. If you notice them, come see us. At Hearing Care Partners, our expert team makes it easy to find personalized solutions. A simple test could change everything. Visit hearingcarepartners.com to book your free hearing evaluation today. At Hearing Care Partners, we listen so you can hear.
Back on the Parkland podcast now, and we have a special guest joining us here in the barn. We have John Hughes. John is a 2005 graduate of Farmington High School. He has a unique business we're going to talk about in just a little bit. But first, thanks for coming to the barn and joining us here on the podcast.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. This place is awesome. I could spend in here all day just looking around at all the pictures and memorabilia, and it's just a really cool setup here.
Thank you.
So we've heard about the 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon, right?
Right.
This could be the 7 degrees of Natalie Sago.
Okay.
We interview Natalie Sago. Natalie's brother, Stuart, hears about the interview, watches it, likes it, asks us if we would be interested in suggestions for other guests. And, of course, we said yes. He introduces us to John. John and I make a connection. We bring him down, the 7 degrees of Natalie Sago.
So thank you very much, Natalie. I'm sure she'll see it. So thank you to her and Stuart, and it's just an honor to be here. Thank you very much.
Talk about your time at Farmington. I guess a lifelong Farmington school district goer all the way through?
Yes, sir. Born and raised down here, graduated in 2005. My parents both worked down here up until probably about 10 years ago or so, 10 to 15 years ago, and moved closer to me to St. Louis. But just, it's still home. You know, very happy where we live in St. Louis now. But it's fun to get down here and just drive around and And, look how big the high school's gotten.
Right.
Unbelievable. It seems like there's businesses just popping up everywhere, and the community's growing.
So you started a business called Hughes Funeral Alternatives. Give us a little background, not just on this business, but how you got interested in this line of work.
Sure. Just how I got into it, honestly, just fell into it. Was very, very fortunate to be asked in high school by Dave and Ann Taylor to come in and work for them at Taylor Funeral Service. After school, would go in and wash cars, open doors at visitations. Just had no interest in working in the funeral business other than needed a job in high school. As I became interested, I was fortunate enough for them to show me around a little bit and kind of, help me pursue a career in funeral service. So after high school, after graduating, I went to mortuary school in St. Louis. Did come back here and work for a little bit, and then went back to St. Louis to work and worked for a few funeral homes up there. And then in 2017, opened up our own place, Hughes Funeral Alternatives. So.
Now, in the name, it's alternatives. You offer a one-of-a-kind service that I guess you're the first in Missouri to put out there?
Yes, sir. We offer what's called aquamation. So it's essentially the process of cremation, but as opposed to fire, we're using water. And that process works, if you think about it, we are all designed, in my mind, to be buried in the soil, and the soil over time will break down our remains. And so this process with water and the same natural alkali that's in the soil will mimic that same process, but in what the soil does in years, this process will do in a matter of hours. So you still get the same ashes back in an urn. People always ask that. And then we're using about 95% less energy than what a fire-based cremation would be. So 95% better for the environment, and there's no flames or heat to the process as well.
So this is a relatively new thing for a lot of people.
It is.
How do you explain it to somebody?
Oh, things like this, right? I mean, people don't know about it until they know about it. I only learned about it from being in the business, and of course, I read it in a trade magazine or whatever it might be. But it's just a different, greener option for people that we try to get out and just promote and just let the communities know that we're out there, to know there is another option as they're going through their final wishes when making arrangements for their loved ones.
So as you mentioned, very similar to cremation in the fact you get the traditional, the ashes in the urn.
Correct.
People could take the ashes, they could spread them
Sure.
wherever they want. And in addition to just this service, you can also help out with the rest of somebody's needs in that situation.
Yes. So we are a fully licensed funeral home in St. Louis, South City. Because we are the only aquamation provider in the state of Missouri, we serve families all over the state. We've helped families as far as Texas to Florida to North Carolina. We've even helped out a family in California once. So we literally help people from all over the country. And we're able to do that as a fully licensed funeral home here in Missouri.
So what you're saying is the response has been, is it what you expected, better than you expected?
I'll be honest, I had no clue. As you're sitting down and coming up with a business plan or marketing, it's hard to come up with projections of what has never been done before. But we've the response has been positive, and we are getting serving more families year after year. As the word gets out there, what we provide. So.
And you can work with like somebody's local funeral home
Correct,
too, right?
Correct. So if a family, we hear that a lot, they like this process, but we've used, a funeral home in our community for 100 years. We've always went to this funeral home. We can still work with them on behalf of them and still provide this service for them.
Wow. So. Very good.
How does the water do what it does?
So it's the water with the mixed with natural alkalinity, just like the soil does. Okay. So we're doing what the soil does in nature, but because we're controlling the temperature and we're controlling the time, it's a scientific method that will do in 8 hours what nature does in years.
That's amazing.
Yep.
That is unbelievable. I also wanted to ask you too. You have a very historic location that kind of ties in with, I guess, being a first previously too, right?
We do. So 2 years ago we moved into the Missouri Crematory Building. It's in South City, just about 2 blocks south of the Hill, if you know where that is. It is the first crematory built west of the Mississippi. It opened up in 1879. Where our machine sits, the original fire-based crematory unit that was there, that's where Frank James was cremated, Jesse's brother. So there's just a lot of history with, the history of funeral service and the history of cremation, and we're trying to marry that with, this new opportunity of aquamation, the first machine in the first crematory building, and of course, they just don't build buildings like that anymore.
Right.
So it's beautiful. We've come a long way. We've got a lot of work to do yet, and we'll probably work on it for the rest of our lives. But the response from the community there has been great. It had set dilapidated for 30 years.
Oh, wow.
So we're very proud that we've been able to go in and kind of restore it and bring it back to where it should be.
So talking about the past here, what about the future? I am sure you're just kind of like knocking on the door of what you can accomplish here.
We think so. I mean, it's hard to go into a business that hasn't really changed in 200 years.
Yeah.
I mean, really, and that's just the nature of it. So ours is just education to people. And I'll say this, I don't think everybody will like this process, or they may not want it, which is fine. We're not trying to make everybody do this. We just want everybody to know it's an option. And I think that as people learn about it, it may not work for some, but there might be some people out there that say, I never like the aspect of putting your loved one in fire, or we like the fact that this is, 95% better for the environment. And so it might help them as they're going through the grieving process.
You mentioned working at Taylor's and everything that you picked up in that industry, and we were just kind of talking. People that work in the funeral home industry in general, they all have very fun senses of humor.
Sure, like I said, very dry.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the good ones do, right?
Oh yeah.
I think we were talking. Mr. Dave Taylor was just one of the funniest individuals I've ever been around, and that's just. That's why he's such a good mortician.
And I think you kind of have to have that going for you, because you're let's face it, you're dealing with people that are going through tough situations most of the time. I mean, obviously there's some pre-need things that people do, but a lot of times you're dealing in that tough situation, and just to have that I don't know, bedside manner, if you will, that I know David did, and I know a lot of the others do. That's something special that helps people out, isn't it?
It's hard. I mean, there are some hard days. I think anybody that's in this business will tell you that. Unfortunately, not everybody passes away at the age of 100 of natural causes, right? So, but one thing I always have to remind myself is that while it's difficult, it should bother you. If it doesn't bother you, I think it may be time to do something else, right? And also, there's no greater honor than somebody calling us and trusting us at literally the worst day of their life, right? So if you can do just one thing or a couple things just to help ease the burden or walk them through that process, it really is an honor to do that for people.
So you're a graduate of Farmington High School 2005. Jason is the Black Knight TV instructor at the school. You've got a connection with Black Knight TV as well.
I did. So I did that for a couple years. I know Miss Hartrip now, I guess. At that time, it was Miss Pogue. My father worked with her husband, so they were always family friends of ours, and just very special people. Special program there at the high school. I got down here a little early and actually drove by the high school just to see it.
Oh, did you?
Saw the Black Knight sign on the BKTV studio.
I got my own parking spot there, too.
Do you really?
It's amazing,
That high school is
Molly's going to be
enormous.
jealous.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Molly.
That high school is enormous.
It is.
That was overwhelming. It's changed a lot in 20 years.
What were some other things that you did in high school and other teachers that you really took something from?
So I I was on student council. I will always hold Dr. Waters in my heart. She is just a awesome person. Still keep in touch with her. And her husband, Dr. Waters,
Sure,
Dave,
yeah.
as well. Very special. I was on the football team. Okay, and I'll say it that way. I was on the team. I maybe didn't play a whole lot.
You were not Stuart Sago?
I was not Stuart Sago.
Okay.
But, I was the guy that would talk to Stuart Sago on the sidelines.
Say,
when
good
he got
job,
off the
Stuart.
field.
Yeah.
Pump him up.
But I'll say this, right? So some of my best friends for life I met through playing football.
Yeah.
Stuart recently got married. 3 of us at the altar. We are all part of his groomsmen. We are all on that football team together.
Cool.
So it's just, just a special community, special town. And don't take that lightly. I really, really don't.
You could have said, Stuart, just imagine how many passes you would have completed if I'd have gotten in the starting lineup.
Oh, no. I was way too small, way too slow. But, hey, it was still just a really good time. And then, so did student council and football and went to school. So just try to be as active as I could.
Now, Black Knight TV used to have, like, the kids doing actual newscasts. Was that part of
We still do that, Mark. Thank you
You still
very
do
much.
that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Even back then, they didn't want this face on camera.
Okay.
So I wasn't lucky enough to do that.
There's no VHS footage of you
No,
back
probably
there?
not. I don't think so.
Okay, because I know Jake
Sorry,
Johnson
Molly.
says we have to burn the Farmington game that he did whenever we find it because he said it was so bad. But
No, I don't think there's any footage of me doing that. But if
Okay.
you find it, if you could burn that one as well.
Okay,
that
okay.
would be-
We'll put you on the
that'd be
burn
awesome.
list.
Where did people go to hang out in 2005 in Farmington Mall?
Man, probably we spent a lot of time at the Walmart parking lot.
Yeah.
Okay. Of course, Stuart Sago's house was always, and John Rorick's house was always the hangout,
John.
right? Their basement. But I would love to know how much gas was burned back then of just driving around doing absolutely nothing and still just having a blast the whole time we were doing it.
Yeah.
So
But was the Wendy's still there? Did you hang out by the Wendy's or
it was there. I don't know if we hung out there a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were just probably scraping up some nickels for gas at that
Yeah,
time.
there you go.
Yep.
Right. Website. How can people find out more about Hughes Funeral Alternatives
They
online?
can go to hughesfa.com. We have information about Aquamation, our funeral home, a little bit about our background and history. There's some links on there that they could fill out forms if they wanted for more information or even to come up and have a tour of the building. We give a lot of tours of people that maybe don't even want to use our facility for other than just kind of look around because of the architectural history. That's fine too. But there's also our telephone number as well that we answer 24/7.
All right, so bottom line, if somebody came up and said, why should I consider Hughes Funeral Alternatives? What's your mission statement? What do you tell them?
So, from a business standpoint, we are Missouri's first and only option for aquamation as a provider for that. And but it all goes back to, if this is something that you want and if it's right for your family, then we will just do everything that we can in our power to help you through, like I said, the worst time of your life. Or if they simply want to call and say, I want to take this burden off my children or my family and kind of prearrange things, which makes it so much easier when the time does come, so you know exactly what your loved one would have wanted. We get a lot of people that do that. They prearrange their services. It helps the family out when the time comes because there's no question in the mom's mind. I know that mom wanted this, so we're going to do it. And I think it just helps their family in the long run. But we're just here. We're just here to help. We care. And we're proud and honored to do it if a family needs us.
Fantastic. John, thanks for coming today.
Yeah,
This has been a
absolutely.
fun
This
interview.
is great. It's
Yeah.
been a blast. Thank you so much.
All right. John Hughes joining us here. Hughes Funeral Alternatives, our guest on the Parkland Podcast.
And Molly Hartrop's favorite student.
Farmington, Missouri, your destination for a perfect weekend getaway. Dine in at one of our quality restaurants or visit one of our surrounding wineries. Farmington offers a variety of parks and other recreational leisure time activities. See some sights, have some fun, and go wherever your heart takes you. Sounds like a lot of fun, so get a room and stay a while. All this and more awaits you just 60 miles south of St. Louis. Discover Farmington today.
Construction, HeimbergerConstruction.com, 431-4387. Heimberger Construction has done some amazing work in not just the Parkland, but the region.
Yeah, they're all over the Midwest. They do high-quality work using the best materials. And best of all, you've got Jennifer Heimberger, who kind of headlines things and gears everything up. She'll sit with you. She'll find out what your plans are, what your wants are, what you're building toward, and she will get you the right products, the right building. So if you're adding on, if you're making a new addition, Heimberger Construction, they're the folks you want to see.
And they sell Butler buildings because they are the best metal building system on the market and the only building that has the pre-punched roof system and standard 360-degree roof seam for their standing seam roof. HeimbergerConstruction.com has all the examples locally of the great work that they have done, and the list just keeps growing and growing. If you need construction work done, you need to contact Heimberger Construction today since 1978. Again, learn more at HeimbergerConstruction.com. Let's do some music, have a musical discussion to wrap up the 58th edition of the Parkland podcast. We talk about songs we like. We have a fun musical prompt and probably talking about something that has absolutely nothing to do with music before the segment is over. But Mark, Tody, do you have a song of the week to let people know about? What are you feeling?
Well, I was feeling The Who, My Generation, but then a song from Tom Petty came on that I haven't heard in a while, Into the Great Wide Open. So I thought I'll go with that because I like Tom Petty, but I love The Who. So it was a tough decision, but I didn't realize that was also the name of the album that the song came from. And I love the song Into the Great Wide Open, one of many, many hits for Tom Petty over the years, the late, great Tom Petty.
Yeah.
It's very sad when he passed away a couple of years ago, but that's just a song that's in my head, so I thought I'd share that one.
I'm going to go with American Girl. We'll stick with the Tom Petty process. I didn't realize it was on their first album, the self-titled Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, released in 1977. And my favorite part of that song is the guitar riff at the end. And every time I hear that on the radio or if I play it on a wave or whatever, I'm like cranking my volume as high as it'll go so I can get the last, three little diddly at the end of that tune. Every time. American Girl, Tom Petty, has nothing to do with the movie or book or doll series.
For some reason, I always thought Tom Petty was from, like, Philadelphia.
Yeah?
But he's not. He's from Florida.
He's a Florida guy.
Yeah.
He's one of them swampers down there.
But great music, though.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so what's our prompt here for our musical prompt today?
Well, I came up with songs that have the word time. Like, what time is it? And I immediately thought of Time Is on My Side from the Rolling Stones.
Yes.
And also, does anybody really know what time it is from Chicago? And then the Pink Floyd classic Time all came to my mind.
What great tunes those are. Styx, Too Much Time on My Hands.
Ooh, great tune.
Good tune there. Time After Time, Cyndi Lauper. Big hit for her. There was another song that was I think it was just called Time.
Yes.
And I can't. Timed.
Yeah, and I can't think of who's saying
I
that
have
song.
no idea either.
I thought of that one, too.
Yeah, maybe Google will help us out. Time in a Bottle, Harry Chapin Carpenter. Good tune from him. Only Time Will Tell. Is that Asia that did that?
Yes.
Yeah. Let's see. And then if you start like kind of opening it up to like including like times in your title, you could do like Matchbox 20, 3 a.m.
Wait Till the Midnight Hour, a lot of songs like that.
Till the midnight hour. Sunday Morning Coming Down, I guess would work out with that. Let's see, songs with a time in the title. I think we are missing some very, very obvious ones. Let's see what the AI comes up with. And I think it just gives us like the same list again. Yeah. One More Time. Hit Me Baby One More Time. Britney Spears.
There you go.
Yeah. Hit Me Baby One More Time. We should do a podcast about Britney Spears. I'm sure that would be very interesting
It would
to
be something.
a lot of people. Remember the Time, Michael Jackson. That was the big hit. I remember that video.
Old time
had,
rock and roll, Bob Seger, baby.
Bobby Seger. How do we forget about that?
Ah.
How do we forget about the great Bobby Seger? I wanted to, and I think we've talked about it on this musical segment before, the time that Bob Seger and Ted Nugent played The Cave in Festus.
Oh, yeah.
And Ted didn't want to do it, and Bob Seger was like, all these people are paying money to see you, you dumb old Hoosier. Get up there and do something, and talked him into it. So, yeah, there you go. That is the musical Time. Out of Time, great REM album. I know you're an REM guy.
I've got that album.
Yeah. So, yeah, Living on Tulsa Time. Living on Tulsa Time. You play that song slower, it sounds better. Killing Time by the great Clinton Black. That's a good tune there, too. And Feels Like the First Time. Was that Bad Company, or was that... Feels like the first
I think that's Foreigner.
time. Foreigner, okay. I get my Foreigner and my Bad Company confused sometimes. So we let the good times roll like the Cars. Those are your musical prompts, and I'm sure, again, we've missed some that we probably need to mention. Who do we have coming up on the next show? I think we got a guest figured out, right?
We are a work in progress on
We are a
that
work
one.
in progress, but we're working on bringing in good guests for you to be on episode 59 of the Parkland. Maybe this is the episode we finally get Kevin White. I think I just got to text him and make sure I send him a reminder, and he'll be here to yap with us about baby boomers or what have you, or maybe something we'll have like a big break in some kind of case or something will present itself, and we'll have a really good interview for you. Or it might just be Mark and I interviewing ourselves.
Could be.
You never know. It might make for some good podcasting. Either way, we always appreciate you liking, subscribing, downloading. We hope you have a great week, and we will see you next week.